This is literally like an engineer's dream. I absolutely love this.
I love history. It's right good. Have you seen that? What? You asked us to come to the south of England, so that's exactly what we've done. And I can't wait to take you along for the ride. Nice!
Nice!
That's right, we've come south and we're going even souther in a future video, so keep an eye out for that one coming soon. After giving the van its final clean, we headed off on our merry way to the south, still unsure whether we needed our Yorkshire passports or not. I had to stop for several old man wees on the way down and an overpriced coffee. Then, once we'd arrived near to our destination, we popped into Aldi to grab the supplies we'd need for our stay. Now, I'm a fan of simple campsites, so Michelle decided that she'd book this one because she thought I'd book a site in the middle of nowhere with sheds as toilets and showers. However, it turns out Michelle ended up booking a campsite with sheds for toilets and showers, and I'll show you them in the campsite tour coming up a little bit later on in this video. We arrived around 3 PM, set up and chilled out for the evening, prepping for our week in Oxford. Morning. We arrived yesterday at a wonderful campsite down in Oxford. Yes, we've come south. No, we didn't need our passports, and we thought we'd just chill, get everything set up and just have a relaxing evening and not do much filming. Did a bit of B-roll, but that were about it. Had a fire pit and a couple of beers and an early night. So it's about 12 o'clock now. We've just been chilling out all morning. It's been super lovely. Olivia's just doing her hair in the van because we're plugged in, so she's got her hairdryer going. Thought I'd just get the kettle on, make another cuppa, and then we'll head off to go see a windmill. And then I'm hoping that we might go via a pub or something, maybe? I don't know. What do you think, Shell?
I don't think they have pubs down south.
Do not have pubs down south?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
That's a bit rubbish.
Not ones that Yorkshiremen can afford anyway.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. We grabbed our water bottles, rucksacks and sun cream and headed out to have a look at Wheatley Windmill as we had seen it from the campsite, and it just so happened to have its monthly open day today. Well, this is nice. Lovely weather. Going for a bit of a stroll to a windmill. No idea what that's going to look like. Probably quite spinny. 2 VWs in drive as well. Lovely. One's a caddy. Clearly spent all his money on his house.
You sure this is the right way?
Liv, have you seen the name of the street? Turns out the windmill's not open yet, so we're going to have a walk into a little village called Wheatley to see if the pub's open, and that should be, hopefully. Visiting pubs becomes a running theme of this video, but I'm on holiday, so why not? We test the pubs and beers so you don't have to. Right then, pub done. Time to go look at, oh, it's bloody warm out here. It's so cool in there. Pub done. We're off to go look at this windmill now, providing it's still open. Fish and chips. These are not going to be as good as Northern chips. 12 quid. No, thank you. So, 2 hours after we intended to go see the windmill, we are now entering the windmill site. And I can't wait to show you it. You're going to love it. See you, bye. As far as windmills go, and I haven't seen that many windmills, in fact this is my first ever close-up of a windmill, it was awesome. Not only was it open to the public to see inside, there were locals playing music and lots of local produce on sale too. The inner workings of the windmill were genuinely amazing to see. The volunteers showing us around spend their time making sure it's kept in good working order.
And we were also told that the top half of the windmill isn't actually fully connected to the building, it just turns on wheels into the wind, aided by the smaller sail at the back. Now you know.
Sign the book, so if you come here, then look out for our little signature. It's in there, hiding, and if you do find it, send us a picture, that'd be ace. Right then, we're gonna go up these stairs, look at these bad boys. We're gonna go to the top and see what it looks like from up there, after these people have come down.
The volunteers were very knowledgeable and talked us through some of the processes of how the various flowers were made and how the windmill mechanisms worked.
I know I've got this silly hat on, but to get to the top you have to come through all the workings of the actual mill to get out onto the viewing platform, and this is literally like an engineer's dream. I absolutely love this. I'm not an engineer, by the way, but I'm sure if you are an engineer it'll be your dream. But this is it, I highly recommend this. We'll give you the dates when it's open in the description below. Hashtag not sponsored. Now let's go and have a look at the viewing platform outside. Look at this hat.
The views from the top were great, and we could even see Jeff the camper van in the distance.
Well, this is certainly worth coming to see if you're in the area. This is only open for one day a month, and we just so happened to come across this on the correct day, having looked for it yesterday because we could see it from the campsite. So I'll put a link in the description below to their website, or where you can find this place to come and visit it yourself, because it's totally worth coming and checking out all the animatronics inside. Nice.
We headed back to the van for dinner, played a few games, set the bed up and prepped the fire pit for the evening.
So after our dinner and a long day, we're absolutely shattered, and it's probably down to the heat more than anything else. We've not really done much, we just walked to a windmill and a pub. There's supposed to be a meteor shower tonight, and I can't wait to see that. So hopefully we get to see the meteors. Sadly for you guys, you won't see it because this camera's not good enough to see them. However, there are some new people arriving, and the point of new people arriving when you're at a campsite is to sit down with a beer and watch them set up and argue while you're chilled, doing nothing.
The temperature dropped, so we sat by the fire. When it got really cold, we actually lit it, and then spent the evening looking at all the stars and arguing with the teenager, because that's what they do.
Well, we weren't expecting this. It's about 31 degrees. So we've decided today, rather than go out walking and exploring, we're just going to sit around the van, chill out and ride out this weather, because it's going to cool down a lot more tomorrow. And we shall see you tomorrow when I think we're going into Oxford Centre. Good morning, everybody. The teenager, we said good morning to her, and the first thing she said to us was, "Where's my phone?" And we are now getting ready to have some breakfast and then head out to Oxford on the bus. Don't think I've been on a bus for 20 years. How long do we have to wait?
The bus stop was about 200 yards from the campsite, and the buses were pretty frequent, and it wasn't too long before our massive multi-person taxi arrived and we were on our 30-minute bus journey into Oxford Centre. It cost us just £12 for a return ticket for the three of us, but we learned later that day that it would have been cheaper for a family day return ticket. You live and learn. We make these mistakes, so you don't have to.
So far it just looks like Leeds. I want to see like the Oxford I see on telly and Morse. I don't even know how to spell computer in Oxford.
Yeah,
We've been here 2 minutes and you found Urban Outfitters. We're not going in. It's closed to anyone under 16.
So I lost that battle, and we ended up in Urban Outfitters so the teenager could spend hours touching clothes and giving both me and Michelle puppy eyes so we would buy her something. After escaping from the shop and after about 30 seconds of walking, I requested that we went to get a coffee, so that's exactly what we did.
highly recommend that place. Black Sheep Coffee. I love my coffee. It wasn't expensive and it tasted amazing. Yeah, so go visit if you come down here. Really liked it. Nice.
I wanted to see the real Oxford, you know, the real one from off of the telly, but the girls had other ideas. So we had a nosy around the lovely marketplace, and then it was time to head out to see some of the amazing architecture that Oxford has on show.
So once you've seen one college entrance, you've seen them all, so don't bother, just look in one of them and then just do something else. This is one letter off being a swear word street. This is also one letter off being a swear word street. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't really enjoy it in these sort of places because I don't do the reading. Michelle loves reading stuff, she absolutely loves like finding information out and stuff like that, but I just stand here going, oh, shiny thing.
We continued our mooch around the Science Museum, and my interest was piqued when I saw that they did camera stuff. After that, it was on to the overpriced shop. After being around all of this educational information, I felt like I had something profound to say to you all. And what I have to say truly shows the peak of my intellect. Here we go. Are you ready?
So if you like science, come here. If you don't like science, don't come here.
Then, much to the teenagers' delight, we headed out to look at some more old buildings.
Michelle's taken me into a library. I don't know whether I can be quiet or not. Have you got your fart machine?
I couldn't spend too much time in there as we had to be pretty quiet, something neither myself nor the teenager are capable of for any length of time.
Right then, this is the Bridge of Sighs, and we're going to go down a really tiny little alleyway towards a pub.
They might get their shops, but I get my pubs, and this pub was on the bucket list of places to visit.
No queues in a pub. You just fight to get served. But no, we currently stood in a queue in a pub. No. Take me back north. So we've decided to come outside and wait for Michelle to get served because the queuing, and I can't be bothered doing queuing. Queuing does me head in. Nice. What we got here?
A pint of education for you,
I need it.
and a pint of 1380 something for me.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers. Consider myself educated.
Good.
That's interesting.
Is it?
I wouldn't choose to buy it again.
Oh. There's education for you. Colin doesn't want any.
David Bowie, Stephen Hawking, Boris Johnson. They need to add one more name to that list. Colin Charlesworth from off of the Yorkshire Pop Top Adventures. Nice. Right then, pub done. Spoke to some locals. Let's go explore more of Oxford. Lovely. We're going this way. Nope. Cost you money. Let's go this way. Those ice creams and lollies were so nice in this heat. Stupidly wore jeans today. Thought we were going to be a bit cooler than yesterday, but it's proper boiling. I was going to give these a punt, but I've decided not. Not today anyway. Not for 45 quid for half an hour. No, thank you. Are you hot?
Yes.
It's really warm, isn't it? I feel like I'm in the Sahara Desert.
It is very, very warm.
And also I need a wee. Cow. Building. Cow. They stink. There was a well-known lady who did the roofing on this. She's called Margaret, and she's good at thatching.
I found somewhere that we should go.
Where?
Tree.
Oh yeah, there's a place on Google Maps called Tree.
Just in the middle of a field.
Yeah, and funnily enough, it's a tree. Got we send another magnet? Nice! What we're going to do is go to the shopping precinct, High Street. I'm not going to film that bit because It's just going to be these guys looking in shops and me bored. We are back at the campsite. We are knackered. So we're going to go straight back, sit down and get an early night. So I shall see you guys in the morning. See you, bye. Morning everybody. Well, today is pretty much a nothing day. Well, it's an admin day, shall we say. So we're going to go to Tesco and buy some more supplies. We've just been sorting the van out. You can see the lids down on the van now. It's just about to drive off. So I'm going to skip today because you don't want to see us go to Tesco. Nobody needs to see that. And I shall see you tomorrow when we're doing something else. Take care. See you. Bye.
No, you're not seeing double. We're headed back into Oxford city centre again to go visit the places we had missed on day one. But first, the teenager had holiday money burning a hole in her pocket, and obviously it needed spending first. We then had a look inside the university church just opposite the Ratcliffe camera building, which made me feel like I was at work photographing a wedding. But it was a nice church and well worth a look around if you visit the city. We then posed outside a massive wooden door, had an aimless wander about until we found the tourist information office. Then we popped into another museum. It had real actual mummies, statues with heads missing, statues with other bits I can't mention, and other cool stuff. It was genuinely awesome and really is well worth the visit. Michelle then took us on a wild goose chase to find a pub that apparently is a good pub. The pub was good, if you look past the scaffolding, but it was miles out of the centre and disappointingly had stopped serving food for the day. We walked back via the canal and then decided that hiring a scooter for 3 minutes to see what they were like would be a good idea. Spoiler alert, they're ace. But I didn't want Liv and Michelle zooming around on them on unfamiliar roads, so we left it somewhere safe and I was then forced to do more browsing of shops I didn't like.
We're off to the pub.
No.
Can we go to the pub now?
No.
Now you've been in Victoria's Secret, can we go to the pub? Now you've been in Mango, can we go to the pub?
Nope.
Shell, now you've got bubble tea and a chocolate bun, can we go to the pub?
Nope.
Shell,
Yes.
now we've been in Primark, can we go to the pub please?
Nope.
Shell, now we've done Superdrug, can we go to the pub?
No.
Now we've done the fragrance shop, can we go to the pub?
Yes.
Yay! So basically what's happening now is they've gone back to the shops to do some shopping and I've decided I'm going to go to the pub on my own and see them there. I'm done shopping, I've done 1,000,000 steps, sod that, so pint time, see you bye. That's better than shopping.
The girls eventually joined me and then we headed back to the van.
It's now time for
Colin and Michelle.
Answer your questions. And the first question that I'm getting asked quite a lot is, how is the rock and roll bed doing since you added the memory foam mattress? Now, because Michelle's been sleeping on this mattress now for the past 5 days, I think she is way more qualified to be able to answer that question. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Mrs. Pop Top.
Turns out Michelle forgot she was wearing a microphone and the noise of her dry rub decided to become the star of the show during this next bit.
The mattress is fantastic. It's I've slept on it so well since the new foam's gone in it. It's obviously better if you don't have a teenager next to you who's all arms and legs and, you know, bashing you about during the night. But yeah, no complaints at all. It's so comfy. I used to wake up with a lot of aches and pains with the original one because my hip or my shoulder would end up actually on the board underneath the foam, whereas this, I can't feel the board at all. So yeah, well done, Colin.
And the next question that I'm getting asked quite a lot is, do you still use your Kadak? Because I've not seen you use it in many videos. Yes, I still use the Kadak. We absolutely love it. The reason I don't use it in some of the other videos that I do when I'm solo is because it's a bit bulky to take out with me with the big gas thing and the Kadak and everything. And when I'm doing a one night stay and then getting up and going off to the next campsite, I think to myself, it's a lot easier to just use that smaller burner that I've got that's already in the van with the little gas canisters and or the induction hob when I remember to use it anyway. But yeah, that's the only reason I don't use the Kadak when I'm solo, but we absolutely cane it when we go away as a family, as we have done this week as well, because it just works a lot better for us. One thing that Michelle did point out though is something that we'll go into a little bit more detail in a future video. The SQ Professional, the bigger Ridge Monkey basically, doesn't rest very well on the top on the grill. And the final question that I'm getting asked quite a lot is, have you installed and or moved your microwave in the van? Yes, I have. Now, I didn't used to have the microwave in the van all the time. I just take it on various trips. Whereas this time, what I've done is I've slotted it into the cupboard, the slidey door cupboard thing, so it's there just in case I need it, and then it's plugged in around the back into the EcoFlow Delta, which is in the cupboard, so it's ready to go should I need it. Now, we have brought it with us on this holiday because we brought some microwavable rice and everything like that, but it does come in handy for quick meals. Certainly when I was at Dubbed Out and all I wanted to do were have some, quick meals, or if I'm on the go and I'm on the road, it's nice to just have a quick meal, shove it in the microwave, done and dusted. It's like having a pot noodle, but a bit quicker. So yeah, I have moved it. It's not fully installed, it's just sort of slotted into the cupboard and kind of wedged in. It can be removed if I need to use that cupboard space again, but I've not found a reason not to have it in there, because when I'm not using it as a microwave, it's just a great big cupboard. So yeah, I hope that one answers that question. And finally, thank you so much for watching this week's video. It's been a nice 7-day trip. We are going further south, but that's for a future video for you guys, and I can't wait for you to see that. Have you enjoyed yourself this week?
I've had a great time. But yes, I've had a great time. It's been great. It's been a lovely mix of city and countryside, and we've had a lovely walk today. We've had gorgeous walks in the countryside, but then a 30-minute bus ride and you're in the city, and it's just, yeah.
It's been lovely, and it's been a
great.
different kind of holiday.
Yeah.
Certainly to all of the other holidays that we've had in the van,
Yeah.
longer breaks away and stuff. But we shall see what the next 5 days of our trip will bring when we venture a little bit further south in the UK.
Yes, but we have definitely enjoyed being further south. So
Yes.
Thank you for suggesting it, and I'm glad we've done it.
There's a girl over there, she's clearly from off of the down south because she's got the down south accent,
Okay,
but she's got a t-shirt on that says Yorkshire Tea because she knows where it's at.
she does.
True story that,
True story.
true story. Right, I'm going to stop waffling, I'm going to enjoy my fire pit, I'm going to finish my beer, and I shall see you guys on the next adventure.
See you, bye.
Yay!
Greenacres Farm campsite, situated just outside Oxford, is a dog-friendly family site open all year round. And even though you're a stone's throw away from Oxford Centre, you do feel like you're in the countryside. We arrived to a very warm welcome, and there was a member of staff on site at all times should you need them. 4G on Vodafone was okay, but they do offer free Wi-Fi which extended to our pitch. There is a bus stop at the entrance of the site with frequent buses that take roughly 30 minutes to get into Oxford Centre and beyond. Oxford isn't very car friendly, so that's why we opted to take the bus instead. There's quite a few walks in the area too. Michelle and I took a right out of the site and walked to a nearby village about 30 minutes of walking, stumbling into a brewery that was sadly closed but did serve beer and pizzas on a weekend. The site also has 2 glamping tents, an odd crystal maze dome type accommodation that's air conditioned, and 2 large lodges that look great for family gatherings. They don't offer hard standing, but the grass pitches were marked large and level. You can see by our setup that we had plenty of space to spread out. Further down the field there were a few slightly more isolated pitches for those who wanted to feel like you're camping by yourself. These look lovely. There's also a lake underneath all that somewhere. In the middle of the main camping field is a communal seating, fire pit and barbecue area should you wish to be sociable during your stay. If not, you can hire a fire pit and buy logs from the site should you wish. There is a simple but effective undercover pot wash area with a boiler that provides hot water via a hose. Also in this area was a notice board with lots of useful information. To the right of the pot wash were a few simple but effective toilet and shower sheds. The water was warm, mostly, and they were clean and well maintained. Although some of the toilets didn't have lights, so a torch was definitely needed in an evening. There is an Nelson point near the entrance, a waste area, and water taps dotted around the site. There is also this. I'm not sure what this is, but there's this. We chose to stay for 7 nights with electric hookup, and it cost a whopping £50 per night during the school holidays in August. However, it was a great stay, memories were made, and that's what camping with the family is all about.
Oh look, Michelle, there's a transporter in its natural habitat. just a jar of dirt. And your head. You asked us to come south. No, England, south of England. You asked us to come to the south of England, so that's exactly what we've done. Enjoy the video. Nice! Where have you gone? I've been up since 7. I could have been in Oxford, around Oxford, looked at everything and come back in the time it's taken you to get ready. Lots of knockoff gear, which is always good. We're off into the History Museum. There's a high likelihood that I'm not... Is it science? Okay. Editing call. This is the Sheldonian Theatre. Everyone's looking at me. Oh, just ignore them. It's fine, it's fine. Turf Tavern. There we go. Done. Editing call. This is the oldest pub in Oxford, so put that in as an overdub. Check it. I'm out with beer, and I drank it pretty slowly. Michelle's still got 3/4 of a pint. She's talking to a local, which is lovely. She's probably having a very good conversation with him. However, I'm in that dilemma now where, do I go for another beer? Do I go queue? Because by the time I've queued and got a beer, she might have finished, and then I'll get done for not buying her another one. Oh, the dilemma. Her butt cheeks are clenched like a freaking iron fist. And try and visit as many of them as we possibly can. Yup, yup, yup. Yeah. All right. Don't know what that is. That keeps sticking me.